Eala bows out of Abu Dhabi quarterfinals in loss to Russia's Alexandrova. Updated. Eala's impressive singles campaign at the Abu Dhabi Open came to an end after a hard-fought quarterfinals loss to second seed Ekaterina Alexandrova, with the world number 11 Russian advancing following a straight sets victory. Alexandrova triumphed 6-3, 6-3. The match opened at a blistering pace as the first game alone stretched to 4 deuces before Alexandrova finally held serve for a 1-0 lead. The 31-year-old Russian, who reached a career-high ranking of number 10 in October 2025, immediately asserted her power from the baseline, threatening to pull away early. Eala nearly found herself down 0-3, but the Filipina showed resilience, finding her range and breaking serve to trail just 1-2. Energized by the crowd, Eala displayed superb court coverage to counter whenever possible. Still, Alexandrova's consistency and depth proved decisive as she maintained control to lead 4-2. The rallies intensified midway through the set, with both players trading thunderous shots from the baseline. Eala earned 2 break points at 15-40, but Alexandrova rose to the occasion, producing clutch points to escape danger before closing out the opening set, 6-3. Alexandrova carried that momentum into the second set, continuing to strike the ball cleanly and with authority to build a 3-1 advantage. Eala refused to give away easy points, but the Russians' power game kept her narrowly ahead at 4-3 as the set progressed and came to an end, 6-3. Despite the partisan crowd support for Eala, Alexandrova stayed composed throughout the encounter. The crowd, I know they're cheering for her, but the atmosphere was great, Alexandrova said after the match. Acknowledging Eala's quality and fighting spirit, she said, I knew she was going to play good. She's a great player. I saw the last match. Alexandrova credited her mindset for seeing the match through. I was trying to remind myself you need to play until the last point, she said. I was trying to keep my focus on that, not thinking about the outcome but more on the process. Eala shifts her focus to playing doubles with Janice Jen in the quarterfinals after ample rest against Christina Buxa and Zhang Shuai. Tennis Eala's Abu Dhabi Odyssey. A journey of grit, heartbreak, and growth. In the glittering lights of Abu Dhabi's tennis stage, where dreams are made and shattered with the swing of a racket, Filipina sensation Alexandra Eala carved a chapter in her career that was both uplifting in its ferocity and sobering in its conclusion. On a night full of roaring crowds and blazing competition, the 20-year-old from the Philippines bowed out of the quarterfinals of the Mubadala Abu Dhabi Open after a straight sets defeat to Russia's Ekaterina Alexandrova, a reminder of both the heights she's already reached and the challenges still ahead in her rise toward tennis elites. Stadium A stage worthy of legends. The Abu Dhabi Open isn't just another stop on the WTA Tour, it's a destination where talent meets prestige. As a WTA 500 event, it draws powerful hitters, seasoned strategists and hungry contenders from around the world. For Eala, who has already proven herself as a fierce competitor on this tour, Abu Dhabi offered both a proving ground and a chance to etch her name deeper into tennis lore. This tournament marked another milestone in the 2026 season, a year already filled with its share of challenges and triumphs for the Filipina. Earlier in the season, she had battled through setbacks at the Australian Open and shown flashes of brilliance, proving time and again that she's not only here to compete but to fight. But Abu Dhabi offered something different, a spotlight that forced her to draw every ounce of resilience she had. Cyclone from near defeat to quarter-final glory. Before the quarter-final disappointment, Eala had already ignited the hearts of fans with a performance almost destined for the highlight reels. In her round of 16 match against Alexandra Sasnovich, she faced long odds, down by a set and staring at a 4-0 deficit in the deciding third set. It was the kind of scoreline that would make even seasoned players falter, let alone a young contender still searching to cement her legacy. Yet, Eala refused to fold. Slowly, point by point, game by game, she clawed back into contention. With each rally, each deep forehand, each daring backcourt defense, she inched closer to another storybook comeback. The decisive moment came when Sasnovich held a match point, a shot away from silencing the crowd and ending Eala's run. But Eala, armed with heart, tactical footwork, and unyielding focus saved it. From that nerve-wracking moment, she rallied through the remainder of the match, eventually sealing a dramatic 2-6, 6-4, 7-6, 5 victory after nearly 3 hours of breathless tennis. The packed stadium court erupted. The crowd rose, not just for a win, but for a testament to grit. For a moment, it felt as if history was being written right there. In that victory, Eala wasn't just advancing to the quarterfinals. She was defying expectations, pushing her own limits, and announcing her presence to the tennis world in a way few could ignore. Cross swords the quarterfinal clash. But tennis, like life, balances elation with reality checks. In the quarterfinals, Eala faced Ekaterina Alexandrova, a player with a powerful baseline game, formidable experience, and a ranking near the upper echelon of the sport. A world number 11, Alexandrova came into the match as the second seed and a firm favorite. From the first set, it was clear that Alexandrova's consistency and tactical sharpness would make this a formidable challenge. Eala displayed flashes of her trademark spark, but the Russians' court control and powerful ground strokes dictated the pace. The scoreline, 6-3, 6-3 in favor of Alexandrova, was a reflection not of humiliation, but of a talented underdog clashing with a seasoned contender who refused to relent. Yet within that defeat lay a broader story, one of growth rather than breakdown. Light bulb beyond the scoreline, what this means for Eala. To understand the true significance of Eala's exit in Abu Dhabi, one must look beyond the mere numbers on a scoreboard. Direct hit wrestling with experience. Alexandrova isn't just a tough opponent, she is a polished competitor who has stood the test of time on tour, won multiple WTA titles, and carved a career high inside the top 10. For a rising player like Eala, every match against such veterans serves as a real-time lesson. How to construct points, when to attack, how to balance risk and defense under pressure. Matches like this, even in defeat, are invaluable. They sharpen instincts. They expose areas for improvement, from tactical adjustments to mental endurance, that no practice session can fully replicate. Repeat button the emotional journey. Eala's rollercoaster week in Abu Dhabi captured the emotional duality of professional sports. Elation, when she hung on to her comeback against Sasnovich. Resilience, when she shuffled herself back into training the next day, ready to compete again. Disappointment, in her quarterfinal loss. Reflection, in what this performance means within her broader career arc. For supporters around the world, especially those in the Philippines where Filipino pride roared with every return and rally, her run was neither a failure nor a disappointment. It was an exposition of courage and growth, signs of a future that promises even greater chapters.